what you do here.
You want to start? I'll start. Okay. Ed.U's concept when we started, Katrina and I have worked in higher education for a number of years. I've been for about 21 years with Hamilton Technical College and Davenport. So we've been working with career and technical vocational education for a couple decades. Katrina was the academic dean at Hamilton for about 3 years. Prior to that, I can let you talk about yourself, but comes from the university. And so we've always had a passion for education at the college side. What we've noticed over the years is that a lot of times students would go to college, but not with a plan, or a plan for what's right for me, or what's the best fit for me. There is a best fit for everyone who is looking for a particular higher education, whether that's vocational trade, whether that's university, whether it's Big Ten, or whether that's St. Ambrose, Augustana, and the local quad cities where we commute. Those are all wonderful options for the right person. So we want to really work with students to find the right fit. You'll hear us say that a lot. So we'll be running workshops for how to apply for scholarships, how to fill out the FAFSA. The scary things as parents, and Heidi and I went through that with our daughter who's in college right now too, and talking to your kid about that, because talking to my child about education is much different than talking to your child about education. From my perspective, they'll probably listen to someone on the outside. So we designed this so that someone can say the things that maybe mom and dad can't say. So that's one branch. The other branch is that we are a tutoring center. So we are developing and recruiting right now tutors that we're going to supply tutoring for elementary through college. So students in the local quad city area. And then we're also going to be offering some academic excellence coursework. We'll be looking at gap years when a student needs to take a year off. A student who has been to college and maybe not succeed, that's a large percentage of students that started school, withdraw, and don't know where to go next. We call that second act here at Ed.U. So how do we get that second act built in for them? We were working today, we're looking at ideas of students who graduate college that are living in our basements. How do we help them get connected to the right jobs? I mean, over the years of working in higher ed, we've learned to meet many people. One of them's here today, Laura Kilmer, who's retired from Hamilton also, but was a career service director. And people with talents like that who help people find jobs, sometimes we're left to our own device when we go to a college of 40,000 people. How do we find the right job for those people? So we're going to work with students to help them move forward out of education. So it's a life cycle. We do believe that education is a lifelong endeavor. It doesn't end because you went out the doors of high school, college, trade school, or whatever. It continues. And so we want to foster that in people for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm. And Brian talked a lot about college readiness, but we want to focus on kids from the very beginning, the preschoolers. So I have a 5-year-old right now, 4-year-old who's going to be 5, and we have some of his friends from preschool here, but we know that being ready starts from the beginning, so it's developing those good skills, right? So how do you sit down and focus? How do you manage your time? How do you study? So we want to work with students on those skills as well. And Brian, he's been in higher ed for 21 years, but both of us actually started our careers with smaller kids. So I used to work in a middle school. I was worked with special ed kids and worked with 8th graders, which is in a way some of the most challenging work.
There's a reason we taught college.
Yeah. So, but we have a passion, like Brian said, for any kind of learning. And my vision for this place is we're an educational hub for the community that can partner with the schools. So we do have workshops that are scheduled right now for the fall. And on the table as you go to get food, hopefully you'll do that. We have a bunch of flyers there for workshops that we do. We're going to run an SAT class, prep class, and then we also want to work one-on-one with students. So and eventually I'd like to get to the point where we bring experts in the field, or somebody who works downtown who has an expertise, or you can do workshops here, something where we bring in adult learners as well. So we are very pleased. This is our contingent. This is our community right now. Representatives from the preschool. We've got from Brian's church, from Hamilton Tech, friends. It's just neighbors. So thank you for all being here. This is an incredible opportunity for us.
And because the business community is here too, one of the other corners of our business is to deal with small business, starting to publicize ourselves online, teach you how to set up a website, how to get yourself branded, how to do some of those things that sometimes as business owners, we just don't have the time to do. And currently working with some people in the medical world to do that, setting up the stores and that. I know that Corey's been working on building a store here, the online store presence. So these are all things that we know we're doing a lot of, that we can collaborate and help other small businesses in the community to grow those areas too. There's information on that also. I'm sorry, I'm a pastor too, so I'm used to talking, not stopping. So I'm gonna hold that back. Yeah, look at the church members. Cut them off. Thank you to everyone. We really appreciate the community of Geneseo became our community back in 2007 when Heidi and I moved here, and you embraced us well, embraced our children, and have promoted them through education all the way through to being in middle school, high school, and now college. And I can't say enough how much I appreciate it. And when we started this idea, talking to people, talking to neighbors and others, that it was automatically like, wow, we didn't know we needed this, but now we want it. And I can't wait to see how this grows in this community. So thank you very much.
We can't wait either. That is just